As we mentioned earlier today is Native American Day, which is a holiday that is recognized in just 4 states. It's a way to honor those who have been a part of the American tradition long before the country even came into being. Joining me now is Betty Lyons, the President and Executive Director of the American Indian Law Alliance, and Dr. Alicia Mousseau, Vice President of the Oglala Sioux Tribe. Thank you both for joining me, and I'm so glad that you're here. So I'd like to talk to you. Sure. I'd like to talk to you each about the significance of today that, frankly, a lot of people weren't familiar with. And also perhaps talk to you about how this year's observance may have added meaning because we're seeing Native American representation in the presidential cabinet for the first time. Betty, I would love to just get your reactions first to today's significance and of course, our Secretary of the Interior.
Yes, today is very significant, and it's sad that it's only celebrated in a couple of states. I think that it's wonderful that she's broken this barrier for Indigenous peoples all throughout the United States. We are a separate nation, are the nation that I belong to, the Onondaga Nation, and so we sit in kind of a different situation that we're not U.S. citizens, but I can see what our young women are going to be able to look up to, and therefore want to achieve themselves, and that she's just broken another ceiling for us. It's great.
Alicia, I'd love to get your thoughts on today and the Secretary.
Well, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Actually, there's a couple other days. So we have a day in October, and then we have Native American Heritage Month too. But I think like Secretary Holland said in the video previously, Native American history is American history. So I think, we have these special times to really honor that. But I think if we create that and make it a part of our everyday narrative, because it is a part of our history, it's a current history, present as well. I think that's where, we'll see those huge strides. I live on the Pine Ridge Reservation, and we encompass the whole county that we're in, and our population is majority our tribe and Native American. And so I live in a very unique world where my life is, I'm a majority in my community, and when I leave my community, I'm a minority. So it's different perspectives coming from different places, but I do think on a national level, having Secretary Holland in there and having those types of representations at different levels is very helpful for the American people to understand that we are here, and we are a part of history. We're the original people of this country, and the more we can have those conversations, the further this, we can get together.
Yeah, the reason that we wanted to have this conversation today, you just touched on it, exactly what you said, is that every single day, we all should be talking about how this country was founded, first of all. We certainly should be talking about the indigenous peoples that were here way before the settlers came in. And what is striking me as I talk so much about this war on critical race theory, which is ultimately a war on history and facts and the truth, is that so much about Native American history is completely lost, misunderstood, and that's really important for us to bring to the forefront. So I wonder, and I'll turn to you, Betty, but certainly both of you jump in. You said something just now in your remarks that I thought was really interesting. You mentioned that the way that your tribe is situated, you're not U.S. citizens. And I think that even that distinction is something that isn't commonly understood. So if you could just share with us a little bit about what you mean.
Sure. So the Onondaga Nation, we're part of Confederacy, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, one of 6 nations. And when they came in with the Indian Act of 1924, Indian Citizenship Act, we didn't accept that. We have our own system of government. We never accepted citizenship. And we also don't call ourselves tribes because we feel that's a pejorative term to lessen our stature among other nations. And I think what a lot of people don't know is that our confederacy was born on the shores of Onondaga Lake, and bringing our 5 warring nations together, and the U.S. government was patterned after our government, our system of government. and we were given credit in 1988. And I don't think a lot of people know that. And so we're interly connected to the United States government.
Wow, that's interesting. Alicia, do you want to jump in and share anything about just the historical context that we're probably missing here?
For sure. I mean, there's over 560 federally recognized tribes in this nation. There's also some tribal nations that are extinct now due to genocide, right? And that lost history that we don't talk about. A lot of our tribes were also oral. So the writing down of some of our things, we pass it on right through oral traditions and such. And like Betty said about her nation, not being citizens and things like that, we are nations. So it's nation to nation relationship. So when we have consultation with Secretary Holland as a nation, as the Oglala Sioux Tribe, there's another piece of that too that I think from history that we're learning about to utilize now is more of consent as well. So we can have consultation, but we also need consent now. And so there's a lot of historical things and also current present day things that we need to keep talking about and keep learning about and keep passing on so that we can have better relationships.
When I was talking to Secretary Holland, I did find it interesting that, she mentioned there have been these treaties, some of which the two of you are referencing right now. The United States has gotten into agreements with the various indigenous and native nations over time, and sometimes they've been honored, sometimes maybe they haven't been. Sometimes, the American, whatever version of the government is happening at the time hadn't really held up to their word, and that hopefully her presence there is at least the government saying we're going to honor our word to the various tribal communities. I wonder, as we are figuring out the legal and policy landscape and constantly, I would hope, as a nation trying to have a reckoning and right-sizing all of the heinous things that we've done in the past, tell me about how significant you think this recent Supreme Court ruling has been to at least, I think of it as a little bit of reclaiming land. It's obviously bigger than that. It was really a criminal justice kind of territory conversation. But ultimately, it's the biggest settlement, it seems, coming down from the Supreme Court in some time. So how do you think that might help move forward some of the many issues that you've been dealing with over the years? I'm going to turn to Betty on this one.
Sure. I think that it's going to create kind of this is a wonderful situation, right? They're finally acknowledging that these were the traditional lands of, the indigenous people of Oklahoma. And I mean, it has far reaching effects. I think what happened was that even like regarding one of our cases, Ruth Bader Ginsburg ruled against us. And I think that she felt badly about that. And she had the chance to do the right thing in this case. And she did. She was part of that. And so, what I didn't like, I guess, about the problems with it was that it said on the far end of the Trail of Tears was a promise. I mean, these were treaties, and treaties are made between sovereign entities. And so they're the supreme law of the land, and they have to be upheld. And it can't be just when you pick and choose to hold those rights and hold those treaties. It's so, and to honor them. So, I think that this is going to have a far-reaching effect to other indigenous nations than we can even fathom. So I'm really excited about this. And it also speaks, about the doctrine of discovery's effect and that we're finally wearing it away.
Alicia, I want to give you one last quick word here before we have to go. I know that you were recently voted in as vice president of your tribe, making you the first LGBTQ plus person to hold a leadership role. And I wanted you to share with us how you're feeling. Congratulations and the significance of that.
Thanks. I think it's important to have representation for our youth, and certainly being able to be out and let our youth here know that they are no matter what their orientation or identification, they can hold any position in our tribe, and not even in our tribe, but we see Secretary Buttigieg and other people across the nation. So I think just being able to be a good representation and show our youth that that they can hold these positions as well, and with these positions, it's also a great responsibility, and we're here for our community and all of our community. So I think that's the important part, and we're really excited about the McGirt crates. Our ancestors fought for our lands here as well and defeated the United States government. So I did want to put that in there because, our people here, we did defeat the U.S. government for the Black Hills in this area, and we're still, like Betty said, those are the supreme laws of the land. So we'd like them to be upheld. So.
All right, Betty Lyons and Dr. Alicia Mousseau, thank you so much for your time tonight.